If Richarlison scores, I'm going to give away a shirt to the top comment. So get commentary. Oh! Richarlison just scored a bicycle kick. We are so back. The season is here. I'm ready. We're champions of Europe. Look at where we're back. We're so back, and we're playing Burnley. Newly promoted Burnley. We've got to show them respect. But surely, first game, first 3 points on the board. I'm about to go in. Come on, you Spurs. Score prediction.
3-0 Spurs.
All right, then.
Go 3-0 Spurs.
I was going to say 4-0, but if Ashley Barnes comes on, then 4-1. Big up Ashley Barnes. We're in the BetMGM box, so you already know that the view's fantastic. I can't go over this. We are so back. Kick off. Let's go.
Thoughts on Richarlison starting?
Yeah! Richarlison! Hey, get commenting! Get commenting! Yeah! Hey, Mohamed Kudus is a joke! Richarlison is a goal machine! 1-0! Oh!
We're controlling the game. We just need more. I want more!
Half time, 1-0. We need that 10. We need that Eze. Oh! Just over the bar, Mickey Van der Ven. Oh! What the hell? Richarlison just scored a bicycle kick. What? 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 First of all, Kudus with a little flip-flap, puts the ball in, misses Bergvall, misses Johnson, Richarlison with the bicy. What? Oh my God! Johnson! Johnson again, ole! Hey! Johnson. Oh my God. Oh my God. They did the Madison celebration. Full time. 3-0 Tottenham Hotspur. What a game. What a team. What a system. What a manager. Richarlison with the burst. Richarlison with a bicycle kick for a second. Johnson again, ole. We're top of the league, man. I'm excited for the rest of this season. We are going to do good things under Thomas Frank.
I said 3-0.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
Tottenham 3, Burnley 0. Choo-choo, blood. Proof, fam. What's man talking about? Burnley, fam, we made them look like judges in Dubai. They got cooked, fam. Absolutely cooked. In the championship, they told me that Scott Parker, they don't concede goals. You're going to be lucky to score against Burnley, fam. They got opened up quicker than Cat Slater's legs, bro. The way we opened up Burnley, man can't call him Scott Parker no more. It's Thought Parker, bro. You know them way there, fam. Man, we're talking, it ain't Richarlison no more. Yeah? Put respect on his name. It's millionaire Charlison, bruv. He ain't rich. Performing like that, he's a millionaire, bruv. You know, billionaire Charlison, fam. Oh my days, bruv. What a goal, fam. What a goal. Double salvo, bro. Man scoring worldies, bruv. In the first game of the season, bruv. The first game. Oh my days. It was champagne football and we were oozing sauce. Brother, Thomas the Frank Engine's reign has begun. You know them way there, fam. The train, bruv. TFL stands for the Thomas Frank line. You know, like that. What's man talking about, fam? We dominated them, all over them.
5 things we learned from Spurs 3, Burnley 0. If Richarlison could stay fit, it is something that we've been saying for the last few years, right? In that number 9 position, he offers us something that Dom Solanke doesn't necessarily offer us. I love Solanke. I love what he brings in terms of his all-round game. His hold-up play and link-up play, I think, is absolutely top. But Richarlison just has that ability to find that little bit of space in the box. And his first time finishing is good, as we saw today. That unbelievable goal. I don't want to just simplify it to the level of, oh, Solanke couldn't do that. But Richarlison has that ability in his locker. You saw it with the first time finishing the first half as well. That is an unbelievable goal. Do not take that for granted whatsoever. If he can stay fit, at worst, he's going to provide us really good competition for Solanke and offer us a different sort of option when we're trying to break down a team that's going to sit in. He's got that little bit of movement in the box. He's able to find that little bit of space that maybe... I'm not saying Solanke can't do that, but that's not necessarily that part of his game that thrives compared to Richarlison. So Richie, like, again, once again, if he can stay fit, he is going to be able to play a big part under Frank. You saw it in the game against PSG in the Super Cup in the week. His work rate up front, his hold-up play, like, it is all there. It's just the fitness thing with him. It really is. That is the only thing that's holding him back. What about the guy that set him up for the first 2 goals, Mohamed Kudus? The second thing we learned is that West Ham fans, for some reason, have had this weird obsession in pre-season with trying to convince themselves that we think that Kudus has been bad. Kudus has been brilliant in pre-season and was brilliant today. Again, first half, good assist, lovely cross with his right foot. The second goal, Richarlison's bicycle kick, like, so much what we said about the finish, but the way that Kudus just stops, slows things down and then chops, that instant burst of speed to get away, and it's a quality cross. Outside of that, I thought his work rate was really good from a defensive standpoint as well, helping out Porro when he needed to. When Spurs want to play a bit more direct, with his back to play, he just bounces off defenders. Again, he draws you in, thinks that you're going to nick the ball off him, gets you tight and then just bursts away. What a brilliant addition. And if we can add Eze and Savinho to that attack, then my word. I think the third thing that we learned is when we were trying to break Burnley down a little bit in the first half, obviously we were 1-0 up by that point as well, but I think it was quite obvious what we were missing, in the sense that we didn't necessarily have that creator in the final third. And out wide, I'm not quite sure the dynamic between Jed Spence and Johnson was working down that left-hand side. They kind of both wanted to almost occupy the same space, and when a team's sat in a little bit more deeper against you, Johnson wants to be making those kind of out-to-in runs into the space, and that's not necessarily there when Burnley are trying to be compact. And obviously we haven't got many options in the squad from an attacking standpoint at the moment, and Udogie's injured, so it's not ideal, I get it, but you can totally see why Spurs are targeting the players that they're targeting in terms of Savinho, someone that can hold the width, can go in behind, can drift into central space as well, but also can really, really cross and produce something out of nothing from that wing. And then Eze, just that maverick, that spark in the final third that was probably missing at points today, even when we were 1-0 up. But then the second goal just killed the game, opened it up, then allowed Brennan Johnson to do what he does. And the fourth thing I'd say that we learned is that Brennan Johnson can still be a massive squad player for us and have a lot of impact when games do get stretched, when you want to be a little bit more direct and you can do things quickly against a team that has to come out because they're 2-0 down, play the ball up to Richarlison, excellent hold-up play from him once again. Sarr pounces on it, and then because Spurs do it so quickly, there's that space for Johnson to run into, and that is where he thrives. It's a lovely finish, but again, it's his timing of the run. That is exactly where you want Brennan Johnson. That's exactly what you want him doing. And again, when games do get more open for Spurs, as a weapon to go and just kill the game off, it can be really, really useful. It's more against low blocks where I think we've said for a while, you're not going to see the best out of Brennan Johnson. But when the game's open, whether it's on the left or the right, left making those out-to-in runs into the space, right attacking the back post, you're still going to be here. You're still going to see him score a decent amount of goals for Spurs this season. So again, not the most impactful game, but great for him to get a goal. And the fifth thing is, this kid's unreal. Like, absolutely unreal. Like, he, again, we didn't necessarily have that creativity in the final third. He was probably playing as the most more advanced midfielder, Lucas Bergvall, but it's just his energy, it's desire, it's the way that he does things. He's always playing with his head up, looking to receive in any kind of zone. And although he may be like a number 8 ball carrier, box-to-box midfielder at heart, you know, he wasn't playing in necessarily a position that suits him that much today, but you saw him first minute involved, had that chance where he nearly scored. He's just such a brilliant player. He drives you up the pitch. And I think because we haven't seen loads of him in pre-season under Thomas Frank, and because of how good Pat Matasar's been in that role, like, I don't want people to forget about this kid. He's just absolutely unreal. These are the 5 things. I thought it was just a good performance from Spurs today. Lots to build on, good foundations. Again, like I said, I think it was quite clear from that first half, especially while we're targeting the players that we are targeting to help us in those kind of situations, just to open the game up a bit more. But a piece of magic from Kudus and Richarlison for that second goal does that, and that does open the game up. So there are weapons in this squad. Hopefully they can build on that, a little bit of confidence. And I think they would have taken a lot of confidence from the Super Cup anyway. So I'm excited about the season. Obviously City away next week. Hopefully a couple more signings in the door by then, and we move on. Nice one.
What?
Richarlison!
What? What?
Man,
Very well done.
this guy, he thinks he's Garnacho. That's crazy.
That was such a good goal. Wow.
This is the Richarlison show.
Bicycle kick.
What a finish.
Are you serious?
At least I have Kudus in my FPL.
Kudus under Thomas Frank is a problem, but Eze coming to Tottenham, that's an even bigger problem. Tottenham just destroyed Burnley 3-0 today, and they're already looking so much better under Thomas Frank. They did really well in the PSG game, bar the final 10 minutes, but they were in the game, they were defensively a lot more compact. but they do have creativity issues, and we saw that at times in the first half versus Burnley. Obviously, Richarlison scored 2 excellent goals, and if he can stay fit, he will be a good option for Thomas Frank to have. And Tottenham were really good in that second half versus Burnley. And the difference maker was Mohamed Kudus, because he's being used on the right wing, his best position, not on the left where West Ham would put him, and he's beating his man and he's putting in crosses, and when you've got Richarlison in the box, it's working well. He's also improving Sarr, who's looking really good for Tottenham. But Tottenham have one big issue still, and that's creativity. Kulusevski's out for a while, Maddison's probably out for the season, and Eze brings that. He can score brilliant goals, he's a Premier League proven player, he's creatively good, and on top of that, they want to bring in Savinho. We know how Thomas Frank is proven at literally maximising his attackers and getting the best out of his players, so if they have Eze as a 10, Savinho on the left, Kudus on the right, and between Richarlison and Solanke up top, Tottenham could be dangerous next season. Like, maybe they're in for a big season. Maybe we're underestimating them.
What a goal by Richarlison! Hey, Kudus and Richarlison, that duo. Wow! Richarlison got a brace. Look at this right here. Bicycle kick by Richarlison. I never knew, brother, you had it in you, bro. Kudus and flipping Richarlison might be the new Kane and Son. Wow, they're cooking. Enjoy that right now. Tottenham is winning 2-0 against Burnley. Burnley, congratulations for making it into the Premier League. You're going straight back down. Let me know your thoughts on this goal in the comments.
Kudus again. See Richie goal. Unbelievable. Come on.
Has anyone seen that goal by Richarlison? That could literally be goal of the season. It's the first game of the season. That could be goal of the season. You know when the goal gets this reaction from your teammate, you've done something a bit mad. Kudus did some great work down the wing, crossed the ball to quite far out. And Richarlison does this like almost somersault. But the sheer power he has kicked the ball with this overhead kick is genuinely travelled at the speed of sound and almost ripped the net off. Like genuinely, these reactions are not over the top. They are justified. And that was his second goal of the game. Richarlison's been balling in this game. I didn't realise when Vinicius didn't win the Ballon d'Or and he said if Vinny doesn't win, shit is going to go down. He meant he's just going to do it himself. This shit's outrageous. Like genuinely, look at the body position he's managed to get himself in to do this. I remember he scored like a similar goal that was also a Puskas contender at the World Cup for Brazil against Switzerland, I'm pretty sure it was. This one's better than that. This one's a joke. This one could win goal of the season. And we're about...
Só que o Sarr não deixou sair, não. Pedro Porro encarou Kudus. Linda jogada, limpou bonito. Bola na área, Richarlison!
Verdammte Maschine.
Kudus. Oh, beautiful drop on the shoulder from Kudus.
The fuck has Richarlison done that? Match week 1 and he's already scoring goal of the season contenders. What an assist by Kudus as well. Could Spurs have a new lethal duo? 2 assists from him today and 2 goals from Richarlison. Solanke may need a whole bench, you know. Richarlison was also cooking against PSG. Telling you guys, if Spurs can stay away from injuries this season, they're going to be a serious problem.